Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to my YouTube channel viewers. Today date is 11th of January 2021 and I am covering design phase techniques. In my last video, I have covered analysis phase techniques. There are 5 main design phase techniques. We have data modeling techniques, interface designing techniques, hierarchical chart, dialogue diagramming, algorithm designing. The main reference books I am using to prepare the material that I am covering during this video is 2 books are written by me. Both are available over Amazon. One of them is Software Engineering Paradigm, that is Principles and Practices. It's written by me. And then Software Engineering of Information System, that book is not available right now with me. And then we have Modern Analysis and Design, System Analysis and Design by Jeffrey Hoffer, Software Engineering by Roger S. Pressman, Software Engineering by Ian Somerville. And for database material, I am using Introduction to Database System by C.J. Date, Database System, a practical approach to design, implementation and management by Knolle, Fundamentals of Database System by Al-Masri, Database Management System by Raghu Ramakrishnan, Modern Database Management by Jeffrey Hoffer. These are 5 books I am using to cover the database related material, to cover data modeling techniques. So in the analysis phase, we do part of conceptual or logical data modeling by using ERD. And then we have internal or physical, external or user view. So normalization is part of design phase. What is a normalization? This is a question that comes to our mind. Normalization is a process to convert complex data structure into simple and stable data structure. That is the job or function of normalization. Then how many forms of normalization we have? There are 5 forms of normalization. We have zero normal form, which is also called unnormalized. Then we have first normal form, second normal form, we have third normal form, we have BCNF Boyce card, which is not called fourth, it's like part of third normal form. Then we have fourth normal form, and then we have fifth normal form. So these are the 5 forms of normalization. But before that, we need to understand some key concepts about the databases and about the data modeling. What is an entity? What is an attribute? What is a candidate key? What is a multi-valued attribute? What is a composite key? What is a relationship? What is a functional dependency? So without these concepts, we cannot perform normalization. So I will answer by one. Entity. Entity is a thing that can be uniquely identified. For example, student, person, employee, customer, etc. What is an attribute? A named property or characteristic of an entity. So like we have data about an entity like name, ID, address, so on. So what is a candidate key? An attribute or combination of attributes that uniquely identifies each instance of an entity. For example, STID, employee ID, citizen ID, customer ID, and so on. What is a multi-valued dependency? An attribute that allows us to store more than one value, such as student can have more than one phone, branch, bank can have more than one branches, so branch, address, etc. So that is a multi-valued attribute, and we show it by double oval. Then composite key. A composite key is a combination of more than one attributes. Like associative entity, we have STID, course ID as primary key. customer ID order number as primary key. So that's a composite key. What is the relationship? An association between the instances of one or more entity types that is beneficial, that is in the interest of a company or organization, that is called a relationship. What is a functional dependency? Remember the definition of data modeling. Data modeling is a collection of concepts to describe the data or constraints between or among the data. So constraint is a functional dependency in which one value of attribute is determined by the value of another attribute. So that's a functional dependency. Then what's the zero normal form? It's called unnormalized relation, and it is the zero normal form. First normal form. It is checked whether it can be converted into first normal form or not. All the replication of data is removed to convert the zero normal form into first normal form. So what we do, for example, we have ERD diagram. So for each entity, we define the related attributes in the first normal form, and we make sure there is no replication, there is no duplication or redundancy. In the second normal form, relation is now checked whether it can go from first normal form to the second normal form. All the non-key attributes should be fully functionally dependent on the key attributes, primary key of the relation. That's the second normal form, if the relation is in the first normal form. In the third normal form, all non-key attributes should not have functional dependency on other non-key attributes if it is in the first normal form and the second normal form. BCNF, Boyce code. A relation is in the BCF if and only if every determinant is a candidate key. So every part of the attribute is a candidate key, that is the BCNF. Fourth normal form. Relation should not have any multi-value dependency if it is in the fourth normal form and it is in the third normal form. That is the fourth normal form. The multi-value dependency means that an attribute campus name can be identified by another attribute, for example, lecturer name. So campus name, lecturer name, campus name, country name. If the university has more than one branches in multiple countries, like the university from where I did my master, the campus was in Malaysia. The university is in Staffordshire University, and they have branches in India, in Sri Lanka, in Malaysia, and so on. So in Pakistan, so they have multiple branches. So campus name, country name, campus name, lecturer name. So that's a multi-value dependency. Fifth normal form. Relation should not have any multi-value dependency if it is in the fifth normal form, and fifth normal form is satisfied when all the tables are broken into as many tables as possible. So it is also known as project join normal form. So normally we go up to third normal form, because sometime if we reach to fourth normal form, fifth normal form, we have to denormalize it because it's too much normalized. There is no relation between them. Let's take an example of entity relationship diagram, ERD diagram, for student course. So we have association register, applies, has attended, eligible. So relation is called unnormalized in the zero. For example, student registration system, so we call it database as student. So we have STID, ST name, ST age, ST address, guardian, course ID, course name. Now, according to the ERD, we have two entities, student and course. So we have two tables. So student, its attributes, course table, course attributes. So there is no replication here. In the second normal form, all the non-key attributes should be fully functionally dependent on the primary key or the key attributes if it is in the first normal form. So student, course, because all the relations are many to many, and in case of many to many relationship, all the associations will become table associative entities. So they have their own attribute, like register has registered date, applies apply date, course list has attended prerequisite courses, is eligible. So all the associative entities become the table. So applies STID, course ID, apply date, attended STID, course ID, course attended date, eligible STID, course ID, enroll STID, course ID, enroll date. So that is the second normal form. Any non-key attribute should not have any functional dependency on other non-key attributes. So this relation is already in the third normal form. So we normally go up to third normal form. Let's take second example. We have customer, we have order, and it is also one customer can order more than one orders, can place more than one order request, and one order can be placed by more than one customer. So from both sides, many to many relation. So request will become associative entity and it has its own attribute order date. So let's go for zero normal form, which is unnormalized. So schema or database name is customer, customer ID, customer name, customer address, order number, product number, quantity, product description. So first normal form, all the replication of data is removed and non-key attributes we have. So against they are dependent on the primary key. So customer ID, customer name, customer address, order number. So there is no replication, and all the associative attributes are placed against the entities. So we are two entities, customer, order. So we have two tables, customer, order. So customer ID, order number are the primary keys, and we have customer name, customer address, product number, quantity, product description are the non-key attributes. All the non-key attributes in the second normal form should be fully functionally dependent on the primary key, and the associative entity will become a table. So we have customer, order, request. So we have three tables: customer ID, customer name, customer address, order number, product number, quantity, product description, request. Associative entity will become a table. So customer ID, order number as composite key, and order date. Third normal form, all the non-key attributes should not have any dependency on the other non-key attributes if it is in the third normal form. So if we check, the product number is depending, product description can depend on the product number. So there is a dependency, non-key attribute is depending on the other non-key attribute. So what we do, we have separate table if such case is there that non-key attribute is depending on the other non-key attribute. So customer, order, now we have four tables, four entities: customer, order, product, and the request. So customer ID, customer name, customer address against the customer entity, order number, primary key, quantity, product number, and product. The non-key attribute is depending on the other non-key. So we have separate table: product number, and is the primary key and product description. Request, the associative entity, customer ID, order number, order date. So these are the two examples of normalization. Now I finished the conceptual or logical data modeling. Then comes the internal or physical. But before that, we need to understand that what is a database and what is DBMS. So in the internal or physical, we design database tables and fields using database management system. So we have two questions comes to our mind: what's a database and what is a DBMS, database management system? Database is a shared collection of logically related data designed to meet the needs or needs of business organization. So according to Hoffer, this is the concept of database. And DBMS, what's the DBMS? Database management system allows the user to create, access and manage the database. So here we have database and database management system. Normally I ask question to my student, do you know any database that is not DBMS? So the answer is the spreadsheet software are databases, but they are not DBMS. For example, Excel is a database, but Excel is not DBMS. So we need interface to create, access and manage the database. So we have interface designing techniques are there. But what's interface? Interface, the basic or fundamental concept about the interface, it's a point of contact between user and the computer. But in the technically advanced courses, we have this definition for interface. The interface is a connecting link at a shared boundary, allow the independent components to meet and exceed the business needs of organizations. So interface is a connecting link at a shared boundary, allow independent systems to meet and act on user commands. So that's interface. It is a connecting link. It has shared boundary. So we have database management system in which we will create or design database, tables, fields. So how many techniques are there? So we have command line interface. We also call it command line interaction or command language interaction, CLI interface. Then we have graphical user interface. So we have two techniques to design the interfaces to create the database. CLI, command line interaction, command line interface or command language interaction. User enters specific commands using structured query language. This is the language of database. For example, create table, log on, user ID, var character 40 not null, password var character 40 not null. So we set the limit length of the variable, and we have create a table like log on, or select into from log, or select into from student. These are different commands of SQL language. Then you have query by example. That's the graphical user interface language, query by example. So we have, for example, we have forms, we have menus. So graphical user interface is a method of interaction in which we have forms, menus, icons and natural language. So form is a document in the business terminology which has some predefined data and some space needs to be filled by the user. But technically in our field we say form is a container that contained or hosts other components. And then menu is a collection of commands under a single term. And then we have icon. Icon is a graphical symbol that has specific command, for example, by computer, or we have command button, text box, label box. And natural language, it's a native speaking language or conventional speaking language of the user. For whom we are developing the software, for example, English in America or in Australia. In France we have French, in Germany we have German, and in Korea we have Korean, in China we have Chinese. So in Pakistan we have Urdu, in India we have Hindi. So native speaking, or in Saudi Arabia we have Arabic. So native speaking or conventional speaking language of the user is the natural language, the dialogues that will come to the user to how to do the how to use the graphical user interface. So we have forms, menus, icons and natural language to create, to access and manage the database. that is the graphical user interface. So query by example can be used to perform all operations like data manipulation. We say insert, delete, edit, and retrieve the data. So this is an interface in the Microsoft Access. When you click on the Microsoft Access icon, it will show you to create a new, for example, database, and then it will show you a table. And if you click on the table icon, it will show you this interface. We will go to the design view to create our fields. So it will ask you to enter the table name, for example, student. Then it will ask you to design the ID attributes, STID, STName, and then you can insert the data after saving it, like STID 90403, Rizwan Jamil 90404, Mufazzal. These are the IDs of me and Mufazzal doing our engineering when we were doing engineering in the Punjab University. So I cover the conceptual or logical technique, I covered the internal or physical technique. Now we have external or user view. External schema or user view, we have a virtual relation. View is a virtual relation that doesn't exist in the database, but it is solely generated from user's point of view. The data or record in the database is called extension, whereas database is called as intention. That is about all the data modeling techniques I finished. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to receive the latest videos. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.